Well, because it's something we can do, and it's something that's worth doing. It's worth remembering what all those people did so long ago. The craftsman was 6 years in bringing Titanic to fruition, and the world didn't get to enjoy the magnificence that was created on that ship. So it's a good time to do that. It's also a good time to remember the values that the people stood for, the things that we've forgotten in the past that have gone. Women and men relate to each other differently. There was a certain understanding, and people took more time to talk to each other. In this day, with the internet and the mobile phones and Twitter, we don't do that. So I thought there was something we can do. And lastly, we're building 4 ships in China, which are much bigger than the Titanic, so we thought this would be a good time to do it. Certainly, I've been disappointed with the cruise ships that today, compared to the ones we had in the 60s and things like that. They become floating apartment blocks, and people just don't want to travel on them. I think that's true across the Atlantic. When all that's offered really is ships that are square in nature, rooms that are square in nature, and not a different experience. So I thought that Titanic represents a different type of culture. That's probably a good thing. It's a chance for everyone's got a Jack and Rose or Romeo and Juliet story. We all fall in love at different stages in our life, so we think Titanic has a global appeal to a lot of people. And I know I'll be travelling in 3rd class. It'll be a great place to be where I can talk to people and get to know people better. Well, actually, Titanic really stands as a monument to all the people that left Europe to go to America last century and the previous century. Represents the dreams and the hopes that they had that became the American dream. And we all know what America has become. And it's something worth remembering, that tens of millions of people left Europe to go to the United States. And I think the Titanic highlights those people's dreams and what can happen, and certainly the movie does do that. But the Titanic II is a real ship. It's not in 1912, it's in 2016. And it's something that we're going to have the opportunity to board and to play our part in history. This project may make money or it may not make money. That's not the main reason why I'm doing it. I've got enough money to be able to do it, and it's really out of respect for them and the contribution that they've made that I want to make sure they're not forgotten. I think certain people who want to fly, that's fine. There's 6 billion people in the world, you're not going to please all of them. But will we get enough to travel on the ship? Looks as though we will. Looks as though it will be profitable in the first year. Looks as though we'll pay its money back in the first year. And I think that's a good thing. Well, first of all, our hull is welded, it's not pop riveted. We've got a diesel electric engine, it's not coal-fired engines. We've got an extra deck, which will be a safety deck, a modern safety deck with plenty of lifeboats, which will raise the bridge higher, so you'll be able to look over the end of the ship, which they couldn't do before. We'll have air conditioning right the way through the ship. We'll have satellite navigation and radar, and there'll be other differences too, but the experience for the passengers will be all the same. There'll be no television, no internet. There'll be a time when you have to sit down and look at your partner and find out who she really is, and not avoid that problem of spending some time with the wife.